Snater 6 skittles Glamorgan. Essex's fall from grace has been a tough one. Last year's double winners are now condemned to finish the season without silverware, but they could still take the Division 2 title, starting the final stage of the LV County Championship, top of their pile on 19 points. That could all change quickly though, with visitors Glamorgan just 7.5 behind. The hosts were under pressure in just the second over though, electing to bat first after winning the toss. It took just 10 balls for an Essex breakthrough, Lloyd out for a duck to Cook. Stephen Reingold responded to his early call to arms by picking up his first boundary for Glamorgan, as he and Rutherford set about getting the innings up and running in earnest. They'd make it as far as 39 when Reingold looked for another drive through the covers, only to hand Harmer his second catch of the day, this time off Snater. And 2 balls later, Snater had his second. Billy Root, unable to add anything to the score, out LBW for a duck. Carlson did what he could to arrest the slide alongside Rutherford. They took the score past 50, but he too wouldn't be long for the middle, out to Snater for 15. And 3 balls later, Cook followed, Snater now chasing a fifer. Harmer got in on the act though. Rutherford's watchful stay brought to an end, a simple catch for Pepper under the lid. Glamorgan avoided any more damage before lunch. The break reached with the score 59 for 6, but Essex's tails were up, and the hosts had a small mountain to climb. And they'd slip once again. Harmer with his second wicket, Salter taken in the deep by Dan Lawrence for 7. Another for Harmer left Glamorgan teetering on the edge of being blown away for under 100. Van der Hookton playing on to go for 3. Lucas Carey and Dan Douthwaite had a bit of a dash. A late fight back from the lower order as they climbed into the bowling of Harmer and Snater. But there was one too many shots in anger. 5 wickets to Snater when Douthwaite looked for the boundary again. It was all over a few balls later. Another big heave from Carey held by Harmer at fly slip, and Glamorgan had slumped to 134 all out. Snater finished with figures of 6 for 39, an impressive showing with the ball. There were too many single-digit returns for Glamorgan. Rutherford had been resilient, Douthwaite's dash brought him 39, and Carey had got involved too for 29. Over to Essex then to see if they could do any better. Glamorgan showed that perhaps it wasn't just a poor batting performance that had scuppered them. 8 on the board when Sir Alistair Cook fell caught behind for a 3-ball duck off Carey in the second over. Brown and Wesley looked to deny Glamorgan any further opportunities. No need for risks, with their hosts' first innings total not too intimidating. And with renewed confidence, they began to open up a little more, the second wicket partners building a decent platform. But just when Essex looked like they were taking control, Wesley departed, caught behind off Van der Hookton for 8. The visitors avoided further damage before the break, the score at tea 44 for 2, the deficit now just 90. Brown and Lawrence made sure the Glamorgan joy would be short-lived, the new partnership going well together and ticking their way towards 100 runs amidst difficult conditions. Their partnership was soon worth 50, boundaries few and far between, but that didn't slow them. Brown picked up a 50 in the dying light, a single off Salter enough to get him there, and ticked the score up to 92. They'd go no further than that though, 8 runs short of 100, but just 42 behind the hosts at the end of the day, with 8 wickets in hand. Essex will be hoping that they can not just find parity, but eclipse Glamorgan's total quickly on day 2, perhaps even with designs on an innings victory beginning to creep into the backs of their minds.